All right, guys. I know yesterday we had talked about Reiki, and I'm looking right now and I'm like, speaking about Reiki, Caroline's not even here. So I am sorry to disappoint whoever was on here. We will do it tomorrow, but we're doing a meditation today. But before we begin, and as I'm saying on here, I want everyone to have something they need an answer to, or something that has been sitting on their heart. Um, when we go into this space, don't judge. Truly, because this is what the meditation is about. So there's going to be a lot more quiet time because usually I don't shut the fuck up and I talk through the whole damn thing. So there's going to be prompts and then quiet time like we did that was last Wednesday, as a matter of fact, or Thursday when we did that. So more of that, and that's what we're going to do today. So have that in mind and do not judge. Listen, let the and when I say I hear things, I was very thankful for we had an autistic woman who I just love. I think she is like one of the funniest human beings I know. And she taught me something because she's very literal. So when I say I see things, she's expecting to see something. So I was like, ah, yes, okay. So it's more like a knowing. So you're gonna know. You just trust. Um so I appreciate that because I talk about how important words are, right? So if you're like, I'm not seeing anything, it's really almost like a knowing. So just trust what you know and what's coming in, okay? So I wanted to start with that. Now, I do want you to have your palms facing up because we are trying to receive today. So if you usually put your palms down, let's do the palms up today. Okay. So go ahead and put your palms up, get comfortable. My legs are straight out and they were crossed. I am uncrossing them. If you're sitting Indian style, whatever, do what makes you comfortable. So let's go ahead and start with that first deep breath, activating that crystalline tube inside. And remember, it's really, really, really difficult at times to reel in our monkey minds. We are programmed this way. One little thought can spin, can roll away. Be mindful. I know you're thinking about what you got to do after. Maybe you're thinking about lunch already. I love thinking about food. Maybe you're thinking about something that's on your plate and it's overwhelming you. We don't want that in this space. This is why we're here. When those thoughts come in right in the beginning, That is why it's important to focus on the breath, focus on the tube, focus on your energy, focus on grounding your feet, focus on connecting yourself to your higher self and your higher power, your team that is here and ready to guide you. Don't get it twisted. Our guides are here to nudge and whisper, but we are in control and make that final choice. So make the choice here. Focus on the breathing. Focus on the tube. Just focus on relaxing. Clear out your mind. Relax your body. And most importantly, release that ego. Nice deep inhales and exhales. We go through life every day. Work, paperwork, relationships of every kind and dynamic. And our programming leads us to be stressed by these situations, people, places, things. What's so beautiful is that in this space, we get to ask questions and receive actual answers. What has been sitting on your heart? What has been occupying your thoughts? What is giving you unease in your belly? When we go into this silent moment, ask your guides, your higher self, your higher power. Reveal to me what it is I am truly experiencing. Show me how I can move through this experience in the highest vibration. Help me to see the frequency that I want to be at so that I may feel at peace. Ask that in this space. Go in your mind's eye to your comfy place, or just dig right in. Let's take that moment now. I know for some of you, that may have felt really short. And if you're in that space, please mute me now or simply leave this meeting. This is your practice. For some of you, that might have felt like forever. So go ahead and let's bring your awareness back to your fingertips and your toes. Centering ourselves. And it's okay if in that space you still felt a little chaotic. This is a practice. And the more you keep practicing, this practice becomes who you are. And you are no longer practicing, you are doing, you are being. You just are because life is. Let's take another quick moment here to extend out love. If you were someone like me and was thinking about actual people, if there have been people living rent-free in your head, those people specifically, we are going to send love out to today. Do not hate anyone. Send that person love today. Send them a beautiful rainbow. A drop, many drops of kindness throughout the day. Let's extend so much light that their heart feels so good today. That kindness comes to the forefront of their frequency. Happiness, abundance, everything that we would want for ourselves, let's extend to others today. Now we can open our eyes. All right. Does anybody want to share?
Listen, having to send love to people I just despise was the hardest thing I just had to do. My my whole thing was I want to like you, but I want to hate you all at the same time. And I'm like, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that.
You don't, here's the best part. You don't have to like them. Yeah, don't confuse sending someone love with liking them. I don't like a lot of people, but what I do want to do is send them love. You know what I mean? Like, that's why, trust me, Amanda, it is hard as fuck. Like, especially like when I'm sitting around them or near them and I'm like, oh, it's one of my biggest karmic overlays is that I am mean to mean people. So I'm not anywhere near like hitting the mark on like, extending kindness and all of that. Like I'm still learning to practice what I preach. So yeah, yeah, I get it. But that's why, but remember, you don't have to like them. It's as long as you don't hate them. Just don't hate them. That's all.
You're like, send abundance. I'm like, I don't want them to have abundance. I don't want them to be, I want them to be miserable. Like, and then I was like,
No,
no, not
yeah.
today, Satan, not today.
Yes, yes. It's like, no. No, 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 no. Like, I want them to be happy so that maybe in that moment of like happiness and joy, they'll be like, why am I such a mean person? Why do I act like that? Well, maybe I should, you know, do things differently. I don't know. That's what I'm that when you extend the love, you hope that that like opens that up, right? Ratty, I saw you light up. Anybody else want to share?
Well, I'll share. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Karina.
No, you go first, Melinda, please.
Well, I just want to say paybacks are a bitch, Kim, because I've kind of brought you to tears a few times. You had me sobbing well, you didn't have me sobbing. You were a facilitator in my release. We'll put it that way. And I realized about my knowingness. And, I knew my here we go about my twin sister, and I knew she was going to die. And so I went to her and told her, and we had a good meeting about it and everything. And I think that's when that particular gift shut down on me. Like now I'm thinking like I had incredible knowingness in my life, but I feel like I don't have any. And I think it was like, well, number one, yeah, I just, uh, things you don't want to know. And then the other funny thing was when you were talking about clearing your mind or whatever and getting into it and starting, well, because I should be launching into action and get my little puppy out the door before he poops somewhere or pees somewhere, right? I just let it all go. I go, you're going to let that go, Mal, and just stay in this meditation. I was really eager to do it and not launch out of bed just at that minute and come upstairs. So that was that was funny for me. And the last thing was about my sister Debbie. I hear that chatter in my head. I still treat her kindly. I still do this, that, and the other thing. But I'm like, oh, I hate you. I'm like, Mel, you hate yourself. Like I always turn it back into like, well, you don't hate her. But anyway, I'm just saying, I'm working on that. Just like crazy. And but it's still I hear myself and I'm like, oh bless her, and I beam her love and I do all that, but we haven't quite had a shift. But I'm for some reason I'm totally encouraged right now, Kim. And so thank you for this. This is amazing. And also my mom's going into respite for a week.
Okay.
And so that's all I have to say this morning.
No, we'll extend love to her. Thank you. Don't ever
Mhm.
feel like I'm rushing you. I love what you said. Like you don't hate her, you hate yourself. Because it's like
It's
ev-
just
everything's a reflection. And it's like, and we don't want to say that, but it's like, why do we feel that way about someone else? And it's like, because they're mean. And it's like, okay, but why am I seeing that? Why is
mhm.
mean in my field? And I hate it because I'm like, am I being mean? And I'm like, am I? It's like, oh, I hate that because it's like everything's a reflection. Okay, well, what? I guess I'm gonna go for reflect on that. Karina, what were you gonna say?
Thank you for sharing, everyone. I was just saying, like in my head, um, that when I send out love to people that have hurt me, and I'm working through some things with that, I just send them love, send them love, send them love, and it always comes back to me. Like, even if, like, it just does, like, whether it's through that person or whether it's through an unexpected coffee or whether it's an unexpected conversation with someone, like, it always comes back to me. The love that you send out, it's the law of physics, it's in the quantum field. What you put out, you receive. So, just what especially like with our words, like we are all getting so good about what we speak out. We know that we're creating, we know that that's in our field. So I just err on the side of just sending love, sending love, sending love, and not speaking negatively about anyone either, because that all comes back to you as well. It does. So I'm not living in the land of rainbows and butterflies, although I love it there. But I'm just erring on the side of trying to see things through a lens of love, trying to see things differently, working on that pause before I respond instead of immediately reacting. It's just a practice. This is a daily practice. And sometimes I'm good at it, and sometimes I fail miserably. But it's just so important to remain in love. And if you can't, ask your team to help you to see it differently. Ask the Holy Spirit to come in and help you see it differently. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I love you guys. I'm working on it.
Yeah, I can definitely co-sign on that. I've been going through something and I have been, oh God, this person. I was a little gossipy at the football game on Saturday with a friend, and it doesn't matter. I should not have even like spoken about the situation, but I did. And I'm like, oh, why did I do that? And it's crazy because like you said, Karina, it's not sunshine, and I definitely fall back um on behaviors and things that, you know what I mean, that I thought I fixed, that I thought I programmed, and I'm like, oh, why? And it's like, I'm being put here for a reason. Why is this in my field? What is this, and how am I doing? When I was asking for answers about a specific situation, I just want to say this really quickly, and we'll go. That's why I was like, everybody else speak first, because we'll leave it and like promise gonna go quick. But I kept hearing that song from it's like, it's called Sweet Escape. If I could escape and recreate a place that's my own world, from what's her name? Gwen Stefani. And I was hearing it before we even started. So then when we sat in that space, I kept hearing it. And I was like, stop. And then we went into like the quiet space, and then it came in again, like strong. And I'm like, what in the world? Then I saw myself in a spaceship, and I'm in this spaceship, and the spaceship is, and I'm up in this, and I'm spinning. So I literally saw myself in another body, in another dimension, currently, right now, as we're speaking, and I'm spinning, 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 spinning in this spaceship. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, in this other world, I'm like creating chaos. And that chaos is starting to spin into like, I'm creating chaos in this dimension and in that. And that's why like chaos is starting to come again. And I'm like, no way. And then listen, I don't know if this is because I watched too many movies or whatever, but then all of a sudden, so I'm like, okay, stop, Kim. All other person, Kim, just stop, stop. So the spaceship stopped. And when I looked, I was surrounded by other spaceships. And I just had this knowing that they were about to blow me the fuck up. And I was like, am I about to die in this life? Is this it? Am I about to die? So they blew up my ship. But then I was like, well, what if we're just, I can't even, okay, I'm just gonna stop there, because honestly, because then I just wrote, that's what came through for me. And I've never ever had a vision like that. So when I say shit gets weirder, shit gets weirder. It's like, what the fuck am I looking at right now? Yeah. So with that, we're gonna leave, and I'm glad I got that on video so I can refer back to
Can,
this. That's why we say journal. Because I've,
can I just say one more thing, Kim?
yeah.
I want to say that this meditation here help to facilitate a realization. It's not my darkness is my light. I'm scared of the darkness, and so I'm all this love and light all the time. But I had it flipped. So thank you. We're going to have a different reality coming here for me. I know it. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
There has to be a balance. And that's why I said, and my darkness has definitely been like seeping in. And it's so crazy because I can have all the excuses like menopause and all that, but that's an excuse. I'm in control. So I gotta reel that back in, because yeah, it's crazy because anytime somebody attacks my kids, that's when I'm like, but are they attacking my kids, or am I perceiving that? So anyway, I'm gonna go figure out what happened to my spaceship, and hopefully it didn't blow up. Hopefully I got out of that. I was like, we're just gonna end this here. But anyway, all right, guys, have a great day. Oh, forgot the intuition test. We're gonna do an intuition test tomorrow and every day the rest of the week. I promise. Tomorrow, though, we are gonna do Reiki. After the Reiki, we will do a quick intuition test. All right, guys. So everyone have a good day, and I will see you mañana. It's October, the month of the witch. So be witchy, bitches. Bye.
Thank you, Kim.
Love you.